Hey guys, it's Disney Fan 14, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this adorable little Mal from Descendants charm or figure on the rainbow loom. And Mal is from Disney Channel's new movie Descendants. So here's what she looks like. This is not the original Mal, which she is from a different scene in the movie, and that scene is when Prince Ben becomes a king. So yeah, I also have a J from that scene, and I also have original J, which I have already made a tutorial for, and I will link this video in the description box below. Okay, the supplies you will need are, these are deep purple bands. You could also use cylindric purple, which are basically the same thing except they're thicker and shinier. And we'll be using that for her hair. You're also going to need 4 black bands for her eyes and shoes. You're going to need some white bands, but only a few because it's just 4 right here. You're also going to need some pastel blue bands. You can also use neon blue bands for this because they look pretty similar. You will also need jelly purple bands and some skin tone bands for her face, arms, and legs. You will also need your rainbow loom set up in the staggered configuration with your arrows pointing down. Also, you'll need a rainbow loom hook or a crochet hook, and today I'm using the metal tipped hook. So we're going to start off by placing a single purple band in the middle row on the first 2 pegs, like that. Now after this, we're going to be using double bands for mostly all of it except for eyes and cap bands. So yeah, so now we're going to take double purple bands, and we're going to start on the left and then bring them up diagonally to the center. I'm going to do the same thing on the right side using double purple bands, going from the right up diagonally to the center, like this. Now we're going to take 2 more purple bands, and we're going to go down twice on the left side, 1 and 2, using double purple bands both times, and then we're going to do the same thing on the right side. So using double purple bands, just go down twice, like that. We're going to be adding on her hair extensions at the end, and also I'll show you something at the end which is optional with her hair, so stay tuned for that. Now we're going to be using skin tone bands, and we're going to go in the center, and we're going to go down 3 times using double skin tone bands. So once, twice, this band fell off. Okay, and 3 times. Just like that. And now you'll have most of her head done. Now we're going to close off her face, and we're going to take double skin tone bands, and we're going to go from the center diagonally up to the left, and then we're going to do the same thing going to the right. Just like that. We're going to add her eyes on later, so that's her un-eyed face. So now we're going to take 2 more skin tone bands, and we're going to go in the center and go down once to form her neck. And there will be a lot of bands on this peg, so just push those down like that. Okay, now we're going to start to form her body. So now we're going to use our jelly purple bands, and we're going to use double of those. And we're going to go from the center diagonally down to the left and do the same thing on the right using double jelly purple bands. Like that. Okay, now we're going to go down twice with double jelly purple bands on the left. So once and twice, like that, and then do the same thing on the right. So go down once and twice. Now that's the top, that is her shirt on the outside, and now we're going to be using white bands. So that's how your loom should look. Okay, now we're going to take double white bands again. Well, not again, we haven't used them yet, sorry. And we're going to go down twice from the center. Once and twice, like that. Now that's her shirt. Usually with the mini figures, you go down 3 times and then add on pants or shorts or something. Like here it was 3 with the yellow, and then we added on his pants. But because she wears a skirt, not long pants, we only go twice with purple and then once with blue. So now we're going to use double pastel blue bands, sorry. Go down once on the left, once on the right, and once in the center. So like that, using double pastel blue bands. Now we have her body. And that's how your loom should look right now. Now we're going to add on her feet, her arms, and her eyes, and all the other cat bands, and then we're going to do her hair. So for her feet, we're going to take skin tone bands, double skin tone bands, and go down once on the left and once on the right, none in the center. Like that. Now we're going to take 2 of our black bands, but we're not going to use them together. We're going to use them separately. So take a single band and push down your skin tone bands on these 2 pegs so you have lots of room. And we're going to wrap this black band around this peg 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. And then just do the same thing on the right. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do her arms. So now we're going to use our hook, and we're going to take a single skin tone band and wrap it around our hook 3 times to form 3 loops. Like that. Now we're going to take double skin tone bands, put them on the tip of our hook, and then the other side on our fingers, and then slide all 3 of those loops onto our 2 skin tone bands, and then take this finger and put these 2 loops back onto your hook, like this. Now we're going to put them onto these 2 pegs, and we're going to push down these bands so that we have enough room. So we're going to be placing 1 on this peg and 1 on this peg. So to do that, just slide all the bands onto the tip of your hook and put your finger through it, and then just place them right onto that peg. And then move your hand where you want it to go, just like that. And then do the same thing on the right. So take single skin tone band, we're going to wrap it around your hook, And then take those those 2 bands, sorry, and the 3 loops and put them on your hook. And then just add them on like we did for the left hand. Okay, now we're going to add on her hair, her eyes, and all the cat bands. So we're going to start with the cat bands, and then we're going to do her eyes and hair. So for the cat bands, we're going to take a single pastel blue band, and we're going to place it along these 3 pegs like a triangle. So just like that, and we're not going to leave it like this. We're going to take this bottom loop and take it and pull it up onto this peg above it, like this. And now some of your bands might start to fall off, but just make sure you put it back on, like that. And now we're going to be using jelly purple bands for the rest of the triangles. And now from now on, we're not going to bring up the loop on the triangle. We're just going to leave it as a triangle. So we're just going to go on the 3 pegs above where we put the blue band, like that. Now we're going to do it one more time on the 3 pegs above that, like that. Now we're going to add on her eyes. So we're going to take a single black band, and we're going to wrap it around our hook 3 times like we did for her arms, just like that. And then we're going to take another single black band and wrap it, oh, I just dropped that band, so okay, here. We're going to wrap that around our hook 3 times with the other, so just like this. Now we're going to take another skin tone band, put it on the tip of our hook like we did to attach the hands onto the arms, and then just slide all 6 loops onto that single band. And make sure you have the other side securely on your finger. And now take that band, and we're going to place it on the 2nd peg, well, the 3rd peg down, but the 2nd peg that has bands on it on the left. And then the other side will go on the side directly across from it, so like this. Now her eyes will look all squished and alien-like, so we're just going to use our hook just to separate them, and then take the top loop and bring it up onto this peg to form a triangle, like that. Now we're going to do her hair extensions, and for that we're just going to take our hook, and like we did for the arms, it's the same process but just using all of the purple bands. So I'm not going to really explain it deeply, so just wrap that band around your hook and then slide the 3 loops onto 2 bands, just like this. Get it? Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing we did with the arms, and we're going to attach it here and here. So, like we did for the arms, just do that process and move the hair to the bottom so it comes out on the bottom. Now do the same thing. Okay, and then just attach it right here, just like that. So now we've done her eyes, her hair, her arms, her legs, and all of the cat bands. So now we can start to loom. So we're going to take our hook, and we're going to stick our hook down into this bottom peg, push back the black cat band, grab the 2 skin tone bands, pull them up and over onto the peg directly above it, like that. And now we're going to do the same thing on the right side, pushing back the cap band, grabbing the skin tone bands, and putting them up and over onto the peg above it. And one of them just slipped off, so just make sure you grab that. Okay, now we're going to start on the left side, and we're going to push back the blue cap band with our hook. Grab those bottom two pastel blue bands, put them up and over onto the peg above it, like this. And then we're going to do the same thing here and here. So push back your purple band. You can use your hook for this, or you can use your finger if that's more comfortable for you. So then grab those bottom two purple bands, jelly purple bands, sorry. Bring them up and over onto the peg above it, and do the same thing up here, and then repeat that process on the right side. Okay. Now we're going to loom her shoulders. And now your loom should look like this. For her shoulders, just stick your hook. I find it easiest just to stick your hook all the way down, and then use your finger to grab the two jelly purple bands. And make sure you don't grab any skin tone bands, because then you'll be grabbing the arm, and that's not good. And then just bring those bands into the center, diagonally up. And then just do the same thing on the right side, and I'd like to use my finger and just put them on my hook. Just like that. And we can't forget about the middle. So now we're going to start down here. The middle is easiest because there are no cap bands to go through. So we just grab those two blue bands, bring them up, and then the white bands. And go all the way up. And then we're going to loom the neck. So again, just stick your hook all the way down and use your finger to put your bands onto your hook. And for this, it's kind of easier because you'll know if you grab a white or a purple band on your hook. And then just bring that up and over onto the peg above it, like that. Here's just an overview of her bottom half. So just like that. Now we're going to start her face. We're going to start by taking our hook and sticking it here, and grab the top two bands, not the bottom two bands, which should go to the right, and push down these two pegs with the hair on them, because there are a lot of bands there and you don't want your other bands to pop off. So, and then the next top two bands, which should go to the left, and then the last two, which go into the center, and then from the center you can just loom up until where her face ends, grabbing those, the only two bands on that peg, just like that. Now we're going to go in from the left. I'm going to show you from the right, actually, because it's easier for me to show you guys. And again, if you have a lot of room on this peg, you could push it up just a little so that all your bands aren't all squished, but make sure you don't do it too much. So now take your hook, stick it through the peg, and you can use your eyes here or you can use your fingers to grab those bottom two purple bands. So, and then bring them up and over onto the peg above, and then push back that cap band or the eye band, grab those two purple bands, bring them up and over, and then repeat that process for the left. Okay, now we're going to do the top of her head. So there's no cap bands here, so just grab the only two bands there, Bring it up and over, up and into the center diagonally, just like that. And then there will be a lot of bands here, so push it down and be careful. So, like this. Now I like to turn my loom to the side so I can see the bands better. Now we're going to go in and grab the single purple band and then just take it, bring it up and over onto the peg above it. And then there would be a lot of tension there. So just use your hook and sort of help it go along easier. And now you should have 2 loops on this peg. You're going to grab the bottom one with your hook, bring it up and over and then let it go, and then pull this band tight. Just like that. Now we're going to take her off the loom. So you can use your fingers or your hook here, whichever one you prefer. For her arms and where her neck is, I like to use my hook because it's stronger. So just like that. And I like to use my hook for the last peg. So like this. And my slip knot is coming apart, so just make sure you re-tighten it. So make sure you're using the side with the white going all the way up, not with the purple going in. So your mal should look like this, and you could adjust her and stretch her out however you like. And if you're going to hang her, you can leave her like this. If not, we're going to stick our hook through the back of her head where her hair is and grab the single yellow, not yellow, sorry. I don't even know where I got yellow from, but the purple band, and pull it through her head. Just like that. So there's your mal charm. I hope you like it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And this J I made already, and like I said, I'm going to leave a link to him in the description box below. And this J is coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. And there will also be more pictures on my Instagram, which is DisneyFan_14. And so yeah, I also have an X-Men series coming up, and I made a few already. As you guys should know, Psylocke and Shadowcat, and I said I would be doing them soon, and then I made Descendants, but they will be next. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!